Alright. Oh, oh. What up, YouTube? How's it going, guys? Cody coming at you, hanging out, chilling, sipping on a little bit of beer. Can't really see that right now, but whatever. So, yeah. Corey is not in. Okay, there she is. Alright, yeah. She's going to be joining me for this. So, we're going to do a review on The Crew. Yes. You heard right. A review on The Crew. Probably, in my opinion, I wouldn't say one of the most horrific racing games, but it's
probably one of the worst.
It's pretty fucking bad. So, all right. Well, we'll start off on a higher note. We'll start off on the pros. The first one for me, starting off on number one, is they actually did a pretty good job on the sounds of the cars. I only got to about St. Louis. Yeah.
You didn't to St. Louis.
I got somewhat to St. Louis. I got enough money to get an R34. We'll put it that way. And yeah, and I upgraded it, and it legitimately sounded like an R34 Skyline. I had a 370. It sounded like a VQ motor, like a 370 would. The Camaro at the very beginning, it sounded like a Camaro. So they actually did the sound of the motors and everything like that. They actually did that right. So I'll give them a plus on that. You want to go with one of the cons?
The entire game runs off of one server.
Yeah.
And let's just start another con. Everybody, you have to be connected to the internet to play the game. If you don't have internet connection, you're pretty much fucked. You cannot play the game. Say if you have faulty internet, anything like that, you're completely screwed.
Right. Which, and if you're getting it for the Xbox One or the PS4, which I don't even, I think they've come out with a 360 version and a PS3 version. I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, that's old systems now. We're rich fucks, so whatever. No, not really. But no, like, I feel like for a game that's coming out for the Xbox One and the PS4, to have a game that's completely online like Destiny, and to only have one fucking server, that's really, really outdated to me. Like, that just seems like completely, that seems like 2004, 2005 shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's almost like they expected for the game not to be that popular, and they kind of tried to, screw yourself on,
Which actually leads me to one of the other funnier things. Now, I read this on IGN. Whether it's true or not, I can't say. But I read on IGN that about 2 weeks, it may have even been a week before the game was supposed to be released, that they were wanting to obtain a copy of it to review it. But Ubisoft, the creators of The Crew, wouldn't allow them to get a copy of the game to review it. Now, at first, whenever I read this, it seemed kind of odd to me. I was kind of like, well, that seems a little bit sketchy, or why would they not want them to review it? But considering that I signed up for the beta, and I couldn't get on the beta at the time, apparently I was too late or something, either that or the servers were just that bad, I didn't really think anything of it. Well, it turns out that apparently it was really just that shitty, and they didn't want anybody to review the game because it would really, really hurt themselves on the game. So, yeah. Way to go, Ubisoft. Way to hustle. But, it had so much potential to be such a really good game. Like, the premises of it was really good, even though that I have a feeling that they really copied 99.9% of their game off of Horizons 2.
Well, I mean, technically, I feel like it's a cross between, like, GTA and Horizon.
Yeah. Well, they definitely took their driving mechanics off of GTA, because good lord could you not steer them cars. And it's another thing that aggravates the hell out of me out of this game is I understand you've got a racing game like Need for Speed and stuff like that where you can crash into cars and stuff, but to have a game where you crash into cars, and it's in the game. Whenever you hit a car, the simulation of you hitting the car, like the camera shakes and everything, it shows you having the impact, but
Right,
it
it's like
throws
cosmetic
you. Yeah,
simulation.
yeah, but it also causes physical. Like you see yourself like whiplash, and it throws you
Like
off.
fucking wasted.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
On fucking GTA.
Exactly, it throws you off so bad, and there's no way to like
You
in
can't
Horizon.
rewind.
Yeah, in Horizon,
Exactly,
you had
yeah.
the rewind function, which was so convenient. I know it was a cheap at the time. It was kind of like a cheap gimmick. It was like an easy way for people to win the races and shit.
But everybody
But
got so addicted to it.
exactly.
Like,
And then you try and play a game like Horizons where you smack a fucking wall, and with the graphics and everything, the graphics were really good, but the driving mechanics combined with the graphics was really, really hard to steer around what I felt like was a really, really highly populated area.
exactly.
Like there's so many cars
Yep.
in the maps around you, like
There's
combined.
too much population.
Exactly, with the AI cars that are in the game combined with the amount of players that were using the online server at the time, which resulted in the crashing servers that caused about 7 attempts of trying to go to St. Louis
At
and
least,
still
if not
did
more.
not get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It just, like I said, overall it was a really, really good concept, but just not executed very well in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, and just a heads up, y'all. If you get said crappy game just for YouTube content, I can't say the other word, but if you were to do so from GameStop or not GameStop, from yeah.
Other companies
Yeah,
that
Best Buy, any place that supplies said game, you will only get around $20 or so back. Do not make the mistake that we made.
Yeah.
If you have a GameFly subscription, I would highly suggest you try the game on there first. You can't get the other amount of money back that you spent on this crappy game.
Yeah, and it's not worth it in any way, shape, or form. Like
you're better off just not even trying the game.
Yeah,
honestly, it's that bad.
To put it this way,
For
I would
sure.
be disappointed at paying about $20 for this game. Like okay, that was a little too far.
Yeah,
35. We'll take it to 35.
I say 30. I
mean,
mean,
the only reason that I say 35 is because the
sound.
the customization of the cars.
Yeah, the customization's good.
That was pretty cool. The cars that they had were actually pretty badass cars. They had well, actually, no, I take that back. They had the R34 Skyline, but that was about it. They didn't even have the Supra in it. They had a Mustang in it, but that was about it. The 370.
Newer. Yeah.
They had the 370 in there. The Challenger,
Raptor.
the SRT.
Raptor.
Yeah, the Raptor. Of course, all the popular cars and shit. But overall,
pretty much, they don't have a really good, highly, selection of cars.
Dude, it was like 10 cars at the most that you could get.
I mean, like, if you're used to a Forza selection of cars, you're going to be completely disappointed with this.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I mean, it's a decent selection. Like Cody said, you can pick, like, the sounds are legit, but it's not.
And I think that's what kind of threw me off on the whole game, is because I was trying to compare it to Horizons when it kind of is trying to be Horizons, but it's kind of not. It's trying to put like its own revamp on it.
Exactly.
But it came
like I said, it's trying
soon.
to be like GT,
Well, like I said, I mean, even GTA 5 has fucking better driving mechanics than this game does. So, like I said, I feel like
fucking hard.
Okay, that's it. Yes, okay. Thank you for bringing that up, because that was one part on this that I completely skipped over. The driving control schemes on it are completely fucked.
Even as an auto.
Exactly.
Even as an auto, like.
It's, to put it this way, on normal racing games, Horizon, Forza, whatever. And I know that we brought this game up, but that's because it's the Gran Turismo of Xbox, and that's all we really play, basically. And so we're used to using, the X button to shift up, or, shift down, and the B button to shift up or shift down or whatever. We're used to using the X and B buttons or whatever, and the A button to use the handbrake, all that. In the Crew, it's not like that, nor is there any option to change that function. You have the left thumbstick, you push it up to shift up, and you press it down to shift down. Now, it doesn't really seem that hard, but when you're used to Horizon and Forza and everything, it's a little difficult to get used to, but you can get used to it until you realize that whenever you go to try and go into reverse, you have to click twice. That's whenever you're in first, you have to go down gear, that puts you in neutral, and then you have to go down another gear to put it in reverse. Compared to, as in Forza, where you could just be in first, hit down a gear. Sorry, she just hit a squeaky toy. Speaking of which, you could hit X, and it would downshift all the way to reverse, and you could back up way quicker. Whenever you don't have the rewind function, that's kind of a helpful thing to have in the game. But they didn't
even
include
when
it.
you don't think that you're used to it, when it's not there, it screws you up so fucking bad.
it really throws you off. So, bottom line, you guys, I really,
How many stars out of 5 stars?
About 3.
I'd say 2.5.
2.5. Yeah. The only reason that I would give it a 3 is because, like I said, the sound, the graphics, and the
it has a good
customization.
plot. It really has a decent plot. But the thing is, for me, I have some pretty crappy internet connection, and it kind of goes in and out. So if it goes out for like 2 seconds, it completely shuts down the whole game.
And that's one of the things that, like I said, with the whole one server thing, if you're wanting to make a game that's completely based online, do your fucking research, man. Put more than one server on that. I mean, I don't even want to know how many servers Destiny's running on right now, but obviously they did it right.
I mean, legitimately, you pushed it out for another month to do more testing on it. You think?
Well, not only that, but they had the release. They had the release date at the same time that they released Far Cry 4.
Right.
But or at least within the same month that they were
yeah,
within
the same month because Far Cry came out 2 weeks or so beforehand.
Yeah. And if I think correctly, somebody in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they actually had the release date before Far Cry 4, and they pushed it back.
They did.
And then
there were complications.
Then
pushed it back,
and then Far Cry 4 came out, and then they pushed it back another month, and so that sprung kind of a weird thing for me. And then, like I said, the whole IGN thing, they're not wanting to release the copies to them for review, kind of made me a little bit weary. Probably shouldn't have got the game, but, whatever. My pain is, hopefully, your guys' game, hopefully you guys will see this video and watch it all the way through, considering that it's like about 13 minutes in right now, and see all of the crappy things that we have said about this game. And this isn't anything towards Ubisoft or anything like that. It's just kind of one of those things. When it comes to games, it happens.
It could have been a really, really good game if
it had a lot of potential.
Exactly, if they would have done a little more testing on it and some more,
I think, like I said, the biggest demise of the game was, number one, the servers, and number two, it came out so close to Horizon, which was basically the same game, but it did everything that the Crew wanted to do way better than the Crew set out to.
Well, I mean, but the thing is that Forza is such
It's an iconic franchise.
Exactly. Nobody can live up to Forza.
It's the Gran
Everybody's
Turismo of
trying.
the Xbox world.
Everybody's trying so hard to do that. It's just everybody that's a Forza fan. It's really difficult. They can't live up to that, and it's just devastation all over the place.
Yeah, but that could be linked somewhat. Like you could say that towards Forza and towards Gran Turismo, because of course there's going to be you Xbox fanboys, and then there's going to be you guys diehard PlayStation fanboys. Me.
And there's gonna be like the crossbreed in there.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Me.
I love PS4. I love Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like
They both have their things, and that's another story for another time. But me.
It's a whole other video, y'all.
Exactly.
Just wait for it. It'll come eventually.
It'll come back around. But yeah. So basically, that's our review on it. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a 3. You said what? 2.5.
2.5.
So that's what we're gonna give it. Hopefully, like I said, you guys stuck around long enough for you to listen to us rant and bitch about this abomination of a game.
Bitch and rant and just blabber on, but you can make your own decision.
Obviously.
Just decide on your own way. Just don't go to GameStop.
Yeah.
Unless you want like $26 back.
And here's another good tip.
Oh wait, $26.50. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Here's another good tip. If you buy the game and you open it up and you actually try it and you think it's complete shit and you call Best Buy and you get one of the dumb interns that have just started and they say that you can return the game, go down there and return that fucking game.
And if they don't want you, ask for a manager.
Exactly. And you will fight about that and you will actually get your $60 back. Believe me. We have done it. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you listening to us rant and rave about, like I said, this abomination of a game. And any comments to improve on this abomination of a channel, of what's starting of a channel, I guess. Yeah, like I said, any comments are well liked, good or bad. I don't really care. It's gonna help me either way. Hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna be putting out a lot more videos here soon, hopefully with Corey, and Kevin's passed out over here, so he'll probably be in some videos here later on. But yeah, but appreciate you guys hanging out, and probably post up a video tomorrow. Don't really know. So, yeah. Y'all take it easy. See ya.